Good morning to my dear students. My name is M. Venkanarsaya, working as a professor in civil department, Chapel Engineering College. Now today I explain the topic shear torsion and bending for precious concrete members. Okay, for we take second semester for the subject precious concrete. Okay, now lecture 26. Okay, I will explain in this topic for shear torsion and bending for reinforcement details clearly. Okay, go to the slide for Indian standard recommendations, shear, torsion, and bending. Uh, Go to Indian recommendations for design torsion, shear, and bending. Indian Standard Code IS 1343 recommendations and the Indian Standard Code recommendations for the design of recessed members subjected to shear, torsion, and bending are more or less similar to the Australian, that means AS in code 1481 code provisions which are based on the design procedure proposed by Rangan and Hall. Rangan and Hall. The, the design procedure proposed by Rangan and Hall for Australian AS 1481 code provisions is that code based on the code provisions are based on the skew bending theory, which is most design sorry which is most useful for cases where shear is small and the standard flexural failure mode is modified by the presence of torsion. Okay, the space truss theory is particularly um, appropriate for the analysis of failure in the presence of high shear and large torsion. The design equation developed from the two different approaches, structural members under combined bending, shear, and torsion are applicable for beams of solid rectangular cross section, hollow rectangular beams, T and I beams. In all cases, the beam should have an average intensity of pre-stress of is not pre-stress not less than 0.3 FCK. The design of longitudinal transfer reinforcement is as follows. Okay, see the Indian Code provisions, Indian Standard 1343 2012 recommendations, mainly bending and torsion and shear. Okay, we have to analyzing for skew bending theory based on skew bending theory. This case is useful for standard flexular failure mode is modified by uh, presence of torsion. Okay, the presence of high shear and torsion, large torsion. Okay, the design equation developed from two different approaches to structural members under combined bending, shear, and torsion are applicable for beams just like a solid rectangular cross section and a hollow rectangular are applicable and a plane section T and high beams. These are the cases you have to follow the reinforcement details for Indian Standard Code recommendations you have to follow for longitudinal reinforcement. Okay, in all cases, see the condition. In all cases, the beam should have an average intensity of pre-stress if not less than pre-stress is not less than 0.3 FCK, not less than 0.3 FCK. The design of longitudinal transfer reinforcement is as follows. Now, longitudinal reinforcement, I have to explain now. The mainly Mainly, any precious concrete element or a member, mainly concrete and reinforcement, the two materials are very, very important. Based on the structure failure or the structure will be standard, uh, again we have to resist the load depending upon the two materials for reinforcement and precious concrete. Okay, now I have decided longitudinal reinforcement. Now the formulas are you have to follow for in this solid rectangular beams and hollow rectangular beams and flanged beams, T beams and I beams. Now have to provide longitudinal reinforcement for Indian code and for Indian code standard. This code also based on Australian IS AS 1481. You have to put provisions. You have to follow the analyzing and research the. This system has proposed by Rangan and Hall. Okay. Now longitudinal reinforcement, I have to see the side heading longitudinal reinforcement. The longitudinal reinforcement is designed to resist an equivalent ultimate bending moment. Okay, the longitudinal reinforcement is designed to resist an equivalent ultimate bending moment ME1, M suffix E1. That is the ultimate bending moment. You have to resist. You write the formula ME1 equal to capital M plus capital M suffix T. See the formula ME1 equal to M plus capital M suffix T. Now capital M equal to applied ultimate bending moment at the cross section. That means applied ultimate bending moment at the cross section acting in combination with ultimate torque. Okay. Okay. Now capital M suffix T equal to the formula capital T, that means torque root of 1 by root of 1 plus 2D capital D by B. The sign of capital MT being the same as that of M. Okay, being the same as that of capital M. Okay, now capital M suffix T equal to capital T torque root of 1 plus 2D by P. Capital D equal to overall depth of the beam. Okay, small b, breadth of the member, which for capital D and I beams, flanged beams shall be taken as the breadth of the web. That means V suffix W, VW, that is the web portion of the particular T beam or and I beams. Okay, this is the longitudinal reinforcement details. Okay, now go to next slide. If the numerical value of capital M is less than that of M suffix T, the member should also be designed to withstand movement capital ME2. Okay, you have to this condition have to follow if the numerical value of capital M is less than, that means M less than MT. That condition have to calculate another design to withstand movement. ME2 you have to calculate. ME2 given by ME2 equal to M capital M suffix T minus capital M. This is the formula for ME2. The moment ME2 being taken as acting in the opposite sense to the moment capital M. Okay. In cases where the numerical value of capital M is less than or equal to uh, that of MT, the beam is designed to withstand an equivalent transverse bending moment ME3, not acting simultaneously with ME1, which is given by ME3. Okay. Now another moment ME3 formula. This formula where it should be used for the condition ME less than or equal to sorry, capital ME is less than or equal to that of capital M suffix T. Okay, that condition you have to follow the formula ME3. ME3 equal to M suffix T into 1 plus X1 by 2E whole square into 1 plus 2B by D divided by 1 plus 2D by B. This formula I have to use for calculating the moment ME3. The condition M capital M less than or equal to capital M suffix T. Okay. These formulas, moment formulas, you have to calculating the these conditions and acting about an axis at right angles to the axis of axis of capital M, right angles, where x1 is the smaller dimension of a closed hoop used as a torsional shear reinforcement, and E eccentricity small e equal to capital T by V formula. Okay, now where V is the ultimate shear force. Okay, capital T is nothing but torque. Okay, okay, that is the main concept for longitudinal reinforcement. Now this is the longitudinal reinforcement details. You have to follow the instructions, follow the formulas and conditions as per Indian standard recommendations ICS 1343 2012. Okay, next transverse reinforcement. Okay, transfer reinforcement, another topic. See the side heading transfer reinforcement and now explain. In recessed beams, okay, in recessed beams, the horizontal precess is beneficial in reducing the effective torsional moment and shear. This fact is taken into account in the Indian Standard Code recommendations. The reduced torsional moment concrete, carried by the concrete. Okay, capital T T1. That means the concrete E is given by TC1 equal to, now see the formula for transfer reinforcement, TC1 equal to TC into T suffix C, capital T suffix C into small e by small e plus E suffix C. Now tau C equal to 0.15 B square D into 1 minus B by 3D into lambda P root of FCK, root of FCK. That is the TC formula. Small e equal to, the formula T capital T by V. EC equal to tau capital TC by capital VC. Now lambda P, the formula root of 1 plus 12 FCP divided by FCK. This is the transfer reinforcement. Transverse reinforcement. Okay. Mainly in precessor concrete precessor beams, that horizontal precess is beneficial in reducing the effective torsional reinforcement and shear. You have to reducing. This fact is taken into account in the Indian standard recommendations. Okay, they have to take in this IS 1343 2012. That concept you have to take in this condition. How to write the formula for calculating for transfer reinforcement. See the formulas are used where capital T suffix C equal to torsional reinforcement carried by concrete, and B equal to breadth of the member, which of for T and cat and B I beams shall be taken as the breadth of the web, that is BW have to take in. Capital D overall depth of the beam and FCK characteristic to compressive strength of the concrete, and capital T torsional moment applied to a cross section under ultimate load conditions. Capital V shear force at the cross section, calculate for the specified ultimate loads. Okay, VC That means theoretical shear strength at a cross section, assuming the most unfavorable condition for inclined cracking, that is smaller of VCW and VCF given by the following equation. VCW equal to 0.67 into V capital D root of, see the formula, root of F suffix P whole square plus 0.8 FCP into cap small ft. Okay. Now where Ft equal to maximum principal tangent stress given by 0.24 root of FCK. FCP equal to compressive stress at the centroidal axis due to pre-stress. Okay, how you know the FT maximum principal tangent stress. You know the formula FT 0.24 into FC root of FCK. Now FCP equal to compressive stress at the centroidal axis due to pre-stress. Okay, you know the values you have to calculate the transverse reinforcement. This formulas you have to follow that for Indian standard recommendations. Have to follow the to calculate the to resist the movement for transfer reinforcement. You have to provide. Okay, using these formulas you have to calculating precious concrete beams. Okay, now VCF equal to VCF equal to 1 minus 0.55 FPE divided by FP into tau C BD plus MO into V capital V by M. You know the VCF value. See here, uh, VCW and VCF, where FPE effective stress in steel after all losses but not greater than 0.6 FP. You know the FPE in this formula, V suffix CF equal to 1 minus 0.55 into FP by FI, FP by FP into tau sig BD plus MO into B by M, B by capital M. ECF formula, you know the where FP effective stress in steel after all losses but not greater than 0.6 FP. FE is the characteristic tangential strength of the pieces in steel. Tau C equal to ultimate shear stress capacity of concrete obtained from table 8.1. Refer section 8.2.3 as per Indian Standard Code. B equal to breadth of the member, which for planar sections, just like planar sections, uh, planar sections now for E beams E beams, and I beams. Okay, shall be taken as the breadth of the web BW, distance from the extreme compression fiber to the centroid of the tendons at the section consideration. Movement of necessary to produce zero stress in the concrete at the top given by m naught 0.f pt equal to I by y. M naught equal to, you know, the formula m equal to 0.8 f pt equal to I by y. Okay, now where fpt, you know, the fpt value, stress decreases only at the depth and distance y from the centroid of the concrete section, which has second moment of area I, that means moment of inertia. Have to take in FPT value V and M, shear force and bending moment. Okay, due to ultimate loads respectively. At the section of consideration, VCF should be taken is not less than 0.1 to the root of FCK. Okay. The shear force VC1 carried by uh, know the formula. Again, see the formula. The shear force VC1 carried by the concrete is given by VC1 equal to VC into the formula small e by small e plus e suffix c. Okay, where VC is smaller of VCW. Where VC is smaller of VCW and VCF. Okay, the area of cross section is ASV of the closed stirrup enclosing the corner longitudinal bar is taken as the large of the following two values. Okay, ASV equal to MP sub A capital MP SV divided by 1.5 B1 D1 Fy. ASV equal to AV plus 2A A capital T AV equal to okay. AV equal to V minus V1 into SV divided by 0.87 Fi D1. Now weight equal to another formula AT value A suffix T. Okay, this value formula T minus T1 into SV divided by 0.87 B1 D1 Fi. Now the formulas for how to calculating longitudinal stirrups, you have to calculating the these formulas, you have to use it. Okay, now in this expression S equal to spacing of stirrup reinforcement B1 center to center distance between the corner bars in the direction of the width. Okay, width direction. Center to center distance of between corner bars in the direction of the depth. Okay, width side again on the depth side again you have to B1 and D1. S equal to spacing between the shear stirrups reinforcement. Next, however, the minimum reinforcement should not be less than that given by ASV divided by BESV equal to 0.4 divided by 0.87 Fi. Okay, now distribution of torsion reinforcement is very, very important. Distribution of torsion reinforcement. Okay, now members designed for torsion should be reinforced as follows. Our first point, all transfer reinforcement for torsion should be in the form of closed stirrups perpendicular to the axis of the axis of the members. Okay, the the spacing SV of the stirrups shall not exceed x1 plus y1 divided by 4 or 200 mm. That is the important point. For stirrups, you have to maintain the spacing x1 plus y1 divided by 4 or 200 mm, whichever is less, whichever is more smaller. Sorry, that means whichever is less means whichever is smaller. Where x1 and y1 respectively short and long, these dimensions of the stirrup. Okay. Now, next third point, each end of the bar forming the stirrup shall be anchored in accordance with Indian Standard IS 145 IS 456 2000. For this code book, you have the design of reinforced concrete structures. The code book you have to also you have to follow the for providing reinforcement details stirrups. This code book also you have to using for each end of the bar forming the stirrups shall be anchored. End condition you have to take in this code book. Now, fourth point, torsional reinforcement shall continue to a distance not less than, okay, not the distance not less than capital D plus BW, beyond the point at which it is no longer than theoretically required, where capital D is the overall depth and BW is the effective width of the web of flanged members. Okay, these four points are very, very important for distribution of torsional reinforcement. We have to follow the instructions and following the Indian standard code provisions. Okay. Next, example problems in this longitudinal reinforcement and torsional reinforcement. Another one, distribution of torsional reinforcement. Okay. See, these are the example problems, very important. Example 8.14, and another example. This is the only example problem. Have to calculating the longitudinal reinforcements and calculating the moments, the design of transfer reinforcement. Okay, space thrust analogy. Okay, and Okay, this is the example problem how to calculate the reinforcement details for precious concrete beams. Okay, now next class I will explain this example problem 8.14 is a very important problem. I will explain. Okay, this problem completed. Go to a next topic. I will explain. Okay, the topic will be completed. Unit 5 also will be completed. And okay, these are the important formulas. Is very important for Indian Standard Code recommendations. Longitudinal reinforcement formulas and have to conditions have to follow. Okay, transfer reinforcement. Now this is the formulas. You have to calculate. Okay, reinforcement details. Okay, and you have to share bending and torsion. You have to maintain the following kind of recommendations. You have to follow the following formulas. You have to following distribution of torsion enforcement. Also, you have to following the conditions to satisfy the design. And in this precious concrete members, just like rectangular sections and I beams and T beams, you have to calculate now. Okay. Next class, I will explain in this problem example 8.1 this reinforcement, longitudinal and transverse and distribution reinforcement bars, how to calculate, okay, how to go to the procedure, how to use, how to take in the values. Okay, next class I will explain. Okay, thank you this opportunity.